This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by GoDaddy.com. Use code 295NUT for a $295.com or transfer. Defense Soap. Use code MMA Nuts for 15% off your entire order. Hey fans, it's MMA Nuts, episode 195.
195.
My name's Ingo Weigold.
I almost poked myself right in the eyeball right there. Let's think about it.
Injury.
Yes. The
Timeout.
MMA show by MMA fans, for MMA fans, where we walk the line between serious and ridiculous.
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
You know, shit.
7 degrees in the fucking hood.
It is. Tomorrow it's going to snow, though.
Fuck it. like it matters. Like we're afraid.
84
I've seen so much snow.
on Saturday, right? Something like that.
Hell
and
yeah.
Then like 70s today, and then now it's like 30. I don't know what's going on.
It's good. I have the windows open down here. Can't you feel it? Not at all.
Yeah, I love springtime and fall time because you can open the windows. There's nothing running. There's no AC. There's no heat. It's just fresh air and allergies.
That's right. And skin to win, ladies. Skin to win.
Yes.
Whatever that means.
Hey, I can get behind that.
Hey. What else is happening?
Stephan Struve has been medically cleared to fight, sir.
What did he have wrong?
Aortic valve leaking.
And that's different from the Dan Hardy. Dan Hardy had the wolf heart.
Yes.
And still is trying to make a comeback. And by the way, Dan Hardy was a good commentator the other day.
He was, huh?
Yes, on the Fight Pass. But back to Stephan Struve.
Well, he said
he's coming back, or he's just cleared to train now?
He's coming back. He took a year off. Apparently, this whole problem's been resolved. So good on him. Looking forward to the skyscraper back in the cage.
That's right. To get knocked at the fuck. I'm sorry. He has some of the most epic knockouts. Unfortunately, he's on the receiving end of a majority of those. I think the Travis Browne one was probably the best.
Yeah, Roy Nelson got him pretty good too, if you recall that one.
Well, because he gets crumpled. He's so tall.
Yeah, but he's been in some wars, man. I forgot which fight this was, but
I
where he's bleeding like crazy, and then he ended up coming back to win.
Yes.
Who did he fight in that fight?
That guy.
That guy.
I can look it up. It's so much work when I have a laptop on my lap.
Never mind. That kind of got us right into the news. Any other news going on, by the way?
XP. What happened with Windows XP, Ingo?
It's dead.
Thank you. I'm going to have so much viri in this computer. Just banging away on it. I can't even search anything anymore.
You can search.
I was afraid just to search glory.
Instant anal gangbang.
Yes.
Glory. Speaking of glory, they had an exciting event in Istanbul where the main event was quite brutally finished via Anderson Silva style leg break. Tyrone Spong.
Didn't look as brutal, but did he break both the bones?
Apparently, it's what do you call that? Like it wasn't a clean break like Silva. It was like imagine spaghetti. You know?
Yeah.
You're gonna take like dry spaghetti and that's how it broke. So apparently that's not as good. I'm not sure, but I mean he took it like Jesus. He barely even whimpered. He was kind of like, yeah, that sucks. Human. That sucks, man. He's a tough dude. And, you know, Saki Class Act came over and was trying to be supportive. And it just goes to show you that in this sport of combat sports, it's not all brutes and crazy tattooed up, you know, roided out freak muscle heads. I mean, these people are respectful. It's a martial art. You know, they go in there and, yes, they try to kill each other. But at the end of the day, they're all competitors. And most of the time, it's very respectful and they care about each other. You know, no one wants to see someone go out like that. And I think the injury is probably going to be like a year for recovery.
Yeah, for sure. It
sucks because, you know, he was such a budding young fighter. And, you know, there's a lot of talk of him coming over to MMA full time.
Well, he had I think it was a World Series of Fighting fight scheduled for May. And that one's obviously canceled.
Yes. You know, so who knows? I mean, it's unfortunate, but it goes to show you, we were talking about before. I mean, what do you? Keeps happening, but what do you see? Why does this keep happening? I mean, you made a good point when we were talking about.
What was my point? I forgot now.
The setup. You can't just throw leg kicks.
Oh yeah. You can't just throw a leg kick. You gotta set that shit up.
Yeah.
Throw some punches ahead of time. When you just throw on one one shot and it's one leg kick, you see that shit coming.
Yeah, especially against a world-class fight, like, kickboxer like Saki. I mean, the guy's fucking automatically blocking shit constantly. I mean, that was right on the kneecap, it looked like, or just below, with like the hardest part of the, that's what happens, unfortunately.
When body starts slapping.
Yeah. I mean, you have a very strong part of a leg meeting a very weak part of a leg. And, when you have...
Well, and then they're also saying, too, that did he turn it over all the way?
No.
Because when you're talking about, when you're throwing a kick, if you're hitting it a little sideways, it's like a ruler. Think about a ruler. If you hit it on the flat side, it's going to be stronger versus if it was sideways or whatnot.
You have, I think that's strike that, reverse it.
Thank you, Willy Wonka. But you know what I'm saying.
Yes,
you want to go one way.
The thin part is stronger than the flat part.
Yes. And that's why, even when you talk about pussy.
Correct. Yeah, and he never
start throwing shit up, and hopefully something will land and someone will spike it down hard.
Yeah, I don't think he turned it over. Looking at the replay,
it was like this. You need to be like that.
Yeah, unfortunately, it snapped. And I think that was similar with Silva's. I mean, same kind of thing. So you never know what's going to happen when you have forces colliding that way, because something's got to give, right? But maybe you guys will stop throwing that bullshit, just leg kick, like a jab.
Yeah.
It seems very dangerous, actually. Yes. So, unfortunate, but... Glory continues to put on some pretty spectacular fights, and I was just reading today from I think Dave just posted an article up that says they are going to Spike TV, and then they will be putting on their first pay-per-view this year. So good on them. That is a growing organization. Yes. Obviously, they're paying their fighters exorbitant amounts of money. You need an opener?
Yeah. Thanks. These fancy beers over here.
I think Saki got $250,000 for winning that light heavyweight title. And their salaries are pretty large on these cards, and I think Glory's making money, and it's exciting to watch. And now you've got Pat Barry in the mix. I mean, this is who apparently is. Did you read this shit about him like saying, "Come to my gym and knock me out and get $500 or something"? I'm good. I don't have any more cans to open. I'm nursing my high alcohol percentage IPA over here.
But I'd like to just trade leg kicks.
No.
Why not?
No.
Not anymore?
Never.
It's not fun?
No way.
I got that one.
He's talking crazy over there. Jesus Christ.
I know I'll get killed.
Kick me in the leg. He'd probably break my leg.
But I get to go first.
No, it doesn't matter. It's not.
Why?
Worth it. Because he's
not worth it.
It's gonna be like I blow wind at him, and he's gonna come back and just fucking buckle me.
We gotta think like out of any strike that Pat Barry's gonna throw, what would you rather take?
A punch to the head?
The jab? I want to take his best shot. It's probably a leg kick. Fuck it. Yeah. He's going to break my leg. I'm not checking it with my knee. But you get the brace. You get to lean into it a little bit. Matter. Just a couple.
I don't want to know what that feels like. I don't even want to hold pads for the guy. Are you kidding me?
Oh, God.
It's got to hurt.
That's a lot of work, too. If you're just holding a pad for someone and they're just fucking like getting that jump leg kick on you.
Blowing you?
Yes.
Literally blowing you.
Just cook. Yeah. Back of my throat. It's like a lozenge. So, speaking of dicks in your mouth or something, Royler Gracie talking about his...
Again.
I'm not going to let this go because these motherfuckers. This Metamoris 3 match with Eddie Bravo. Mm-hmm. So now Royler has come out and is talking about it, and here's exact quotes. He says, "How did he win the fight? You can't win if you didn't submit the other guy. That's not how it works. He went there and just holds me. I'm not criticizing him. I'm almost 50, and I did well in there. So I also could say I feel like I won the fight." Wow, way to stay classy, Royler. Way to stay classy. I don't even know where to go from here.
Delusional is maybe he's got pre-stage like dementia or something. Like he's just.
It's just you can lose a fight. It's okay.
Not in the Gracie
I don't know
clan.
where this poor sportsmanship comes from. Just say you fucking lost.
They think they always win. I mean, unfortunately, I don't know. It's jiu-jitsu, right? I mean, isn't that he was able to control somebody who was highly skilled, more so skilled than him supposedly, and submit him to his will. And I think that's a victory, right? and he had him in a couple of compromising positions.
Mm-hmm.
And Royler never really threatened with anything, right? So it's like, who won the match? I mean, yeah, it's submission only, but somebody had to have like the advantage in the match, and I'd say definitely Eddie did.
Eddie Bravo won, hands down. I'm pretty unbiased on that. I could give a shit who won.
Yeah,
but he did.
Yeah, the Gracies. You know what are you gonna do?
The sport has passed
The
them
only
by.
one who I really love as far as a Gracie goes, honestly, who seems genuine and just cool as fuck is Renzo. He seems like a down to earth dude. He's crazy. He's fucking submitting muggers. Remember that story?
Yeah, they talk about that. Right? He's out there. He's fucking live tweeting while he's chasing down muggers. Like, oh, I gotta chase these motherfuckers down. And, like, run them down.
Choked him out like 4
pictures.
times. Let him come to and like choked him out again. He's like,
awesome. Fuck yeah.
He's crazy. But from everybody, there's a couple guys, I think from our Barboza local guys that go out there for. There was just a competition in New York, and I think they train out of there. Everyone always has nice things to say about Renzo. I mean, he's a classy dude, old school, but yet he's realistic, and he's in touch with like new school, and he's a warrior. I mean, I think he wants to come back and fight even.
Yeah, he does.
So,
dude, it's like, no, just stay out. It's all good. You don't need to come back to prove anything.
But those West Coast Gracies seem a little bit, I don't know, something's going on.
I think they need to smoke the weed.
Maybe they smoke too much weed.
I don't know. It's all good.
Is that possible?
Moving right along. I'm getting out of that before I dig it any deeper.
Yes.
Overeem joins Greg Jackson's.
Ooh.
I don't know. Did he get mutual? Was there a mutual? That's right. Mutual release from the Black Zillions?
I believe so. I believe he also fired his management too, didn't he?
Yeah. He's like,
I'm done.
He's a Rolling Stone.
New. How does it feel?
Thank you. I'm just waiting.
Be on your own.
Yeah, it's like a fucking Rolling Stone.
Yes.
Sometimes I see a red door and I want it painted black or something.
That too. Yes.
So anyway, Rashad Evans, obviously, he's probably the best person to comment on this. One, was at Greg Jackson's. 2 is a current Black Zillion. He had some comments on this. He said the thing with Alistar is he only does what he wants to do. He doesn't want to get out of his comfort zone. He doesn't want to do anything to get out of his comfort zone. Even in training, he doesn't want to train too hard or push himself too hard because it's out. Honestly speaking, I don't even know why he wants to join a team. All he's going to do is bring his own guys in. So I don't even know why he's joining a team rather than making his own team. So with that being said, do you think Alistar join Greg Jackson's is a good thing? 1 for Alistar, 2 for Greg Jackson's, because you also have other heavyweights there that need potential training partners, and you look at
who's he got?
Travis Browne is the big one there.
I
think they went to Travis first and asked him, "Hey, are you gonna be cool if we bring Overeem in?" Like,
we already beat him, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, they might fight again down the road, but
not now.
And then Arlovsky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, UFC style, but
yeah.
So, do you think that's good for him?
I don't know. I question the whole thing. I don't know what I don't know what it means, because it's like, who went after who? Did Jackson want Overeem? Did Overeem want Jackson?
No, it's not like Overeem wanted Jackson to go out there, but
so
to think of a guy who's such an individual and who really wants to try to do his own thing, it doesn't seem like it's going to work. It doesn't seem like a good fit to me. Unless Greg Jackson can work his fucking voodoo on him.
I think he's looking for
mind meld with him.
I think that getting buckled in the Bigfoot fight and just having a streak of like a couple of bad fights really kind of, I think.
Oh, isn't Frank Mir there too?
Well, yeah, I thought he officially
was there,
retired,
but
kind of thing. Yeah, he was there. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like Overeem maybe feels a little bit less confident, which is why he came out so cautious in his last fight. Because I think getting he
didn't want to gas again.
Yeah, he got buckled and finished by Bigfoot, and I think maybe that kind of worried him, because there was that streak in him where he had gotten knocked out a bunch of times when he was at light heavyweight, right before he made the transition to a heavyweight. And I think I was reading something from Boss Rutan or a video. I saw something from Boss in the last week or so where he was saying that Overeem needs to learn how to protect his chin better because he doesn't have a chin, and maybe he's going to Greg kind of like to figure out how can he have a game plan that wins is not so boring as his last fight was. Maybe he's looking for some kind of like, strategy.
A gas tank. Do you guys sell gas tanks here in Albuquerque's? Because I could use like 3 of them.
Well, if he's
I'm only getting about a mile to the gallon right now.
I need more.
Fuck.
More gas.
Yes.
Well, if he's not, I mean, the gas is simple. If he's really not pushing himself, like Rashad said, I mean,
well, yeah.
you can't have gas if you're not.
It almost is reminiscent of like the BJ Penn when you hear someone talk about that. Like, fuck, come on, like push yourself, get out of the comfort zone.
I'm trying to think though. Are Greg Jackson guys known for cardio? Maybe, maybe not. But I think there are always cardio machines. Even before he had them, he brought them.
Yeah, because I don't think that. Well, the problem is you could throw Clay Guida in there, and that like trumps everybody.
Later in his career.
Yeah, but I don't. If you would say, I'd say the majority of them have good cardio. I don't think cardio is an issue for a Greg Jackson trained fighter, but that's a generalization. It's not.
Frank Mir.
That's not, well, I'm just saying, in general. Not everybody, but in general.
True.
How's that? But, I mean, as far as, like, a game plan and if he wants to adopt the team concept, but it just seems like he's his own person and he's not gonna mesh with them. So I think it will be a one and done.
Well, plus he's got his own, like, TV show on the internet.
Was it The Ream?
Yeah, The Ream. I mean, he's like a superstar.
Yes.
It's like Michael Jordan going and like playing for the fucking Milwaukee Bucks or some shit. I don't know. Not to like.
Or going to play baseball.
Better example. Yes, exactly. I mean, people will watch.
Double A.
It's like whatever. It'll be interesting. I don't know.
Let's see what happens.
Overeem's trying to make a case for like something, whatever. He's got a big salary. I think he's got to deliver on his next fight. I think Dana wasn't too happy with his last performance. And he's looking for something exciting, and I mean,
it's neither here nor there. We will see what happens.
Yes.
How's that? Moving right along.
Should we do some sponsors real quick?
Yes, thank you, because I will totally forget.
GoDaddy.com is
they're blowing it up. 32% off your order. Go 32 off 6.
Yes.
$295.com with $295 nut.
Yes.
50% off of hosting. 50 host 2.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. In other news, before we forget, Junior Maranhao passes out between rounds at AXS TV 2 nights ago. 3 nights? And he was fighting for the RFA.
Like between 4th and 5th round, I think.
He's sitting on his stool. His corner man walks away. I think they were talking to the ref in the middle of the cage, and he just goes blip, face first into the canvas. Now, there's some talk online about he supposedly was trying to fake it because he wanted out of the fight, but I don't know if I believe that.
I don't know. And they interviewed him, and he himself said he was dizzy and whatnot. And typically, when I get dizzy, I tend to put my head between my legs because I get the blood to flow back to my head. But he's got this new technique of going face down, ass up.
Yes.
And I don't know if this is one I want to subscribe to because he looked like he was out. And I think it's pretty blasphemous, and I think all those people should be fired, from the fucking judges, refs.
Where's the doctor?
Everybody involved should be fired.
The ringside physician should be like, whoa, wait a minute, this guy is not able to fight anymore. So you go unconscious in between rounds, and then you're going to go back into the next round where a guy is trying to remove you from your consciousness. Mm-hmm. That doesn't seem to make sense to me. I'm sorry.
And it wasn't like he was on the ground for just a second. His corner was like, hey, come on. Are you all right? Let's go. Let's get back in.
And he lost the fight by decision, correct?
Yeah, split decision, but still.
Okay.
That fight should have ended. He should have never gotten a fight.
The safety is the most important thing.
That's how people get killed. I mean, we've had a couple deaths in MMA recently here.
Yep. And boxing's notorious for guys taking a lot of trauma and then just not making it. You know, it happens quite often. I mean, what's it going to take? How long are they going to let these guys go? I mean, it just doesn't. I think if you're in between rounds, if you're not able to be cognizant and aware and, stand on your 2 feet without falling over, I think the fight's over. Like, hasn't that happened before? I swear I remember a fight where the round ended, the guy goes to get up and he's basically knocked out, and they just stop the fight usually, right? Yeah. It's like it's done. Like, you can't continue. But it seems like that doesn't happen in boxing. In boxing, they let them go. But it just seems like they shouldn't.
I think they need to be given cocaine. Fuck it.
Or like Pulp Fiction style.
Oh, please don't tease me, Ingo. Told you many a time I will fucking stab you right to the chest.
It goes to the leg, man.
No, if I'm stabbing you, what is it? EpiPen?
EpiPen, yeah.
Fucking right in the chest, brother.
It won't make
so
it.
hard.
The needle's tiny. It won't go through my chest.
I'll make it go through. I was short of Christ. I will get that through.
It's really short. It won't make it. But I don't even have those anymore. I should probably
go into Temple then?
Get one. What's that?
Temple?
No.
Is that a good place for a shit?
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
Trying to kill me.
No, I'm just trying to bring you back to life.
Yeah.
You're going down. I'll take care of that shit.
Okay.
I'm just telling you. I'm here for you.
I hear you. Scary. Don't get stung by bees.
Is that bad? We should start a beehive colony.
It's never happened in like, shit, I don't know, almost 7, 8, 9.
You should buy one right now because I think we're jinxing you as we speak.
I haven't been stung by anything in 10 years.
Wow.
It's going to happen. I'm going to get fucked up and I'm going to die. Oh, well.
Yeah, well, I got stung in the ear recently.
By a bee?
Bullshit, yeah. Up on a ladder, too, so I jumped off the ladder. Like,
so I don't
motherfucker!
We had a hornet's nest in our tree last year, and my wife is texting me, and she's like, "What do you think this looks like?" And I just see a picture of like some giant ass fucking thing in my tree,
shit.
And I'm going, "That looks like some sort of hive. Where is that?" She's like, "Oh, it's in our tree right in the front yard." I'm like, "Okay, give me 10 minutes." And I called. I'm like, first of all, I'm not touching that.
Oh, you should have called me. I'd have given right over.
No, this dude showed up with like a full get up. Oh yeah, he got a smoker. He's on his ladder.
Like that.
I was like, I told my wife, why didn't you take video of this? She's like, and he was really weird. He was just strange guy, and he took the hive down and all that stuff. But yeah, he said basically that was really bad.
You could have went both. You get those 25 shot fucking canisters.
He told her about that. He said a lot of people try those things and that doesn't work on those.
Oh, it does. I fuck bitches up with those.
You can do fire. Fire will work. But the problem
you can light. Well, the other thing is you can light those on fire and make it a blowtorch.
Yes. Yeah.
Just saying, don't try that at home.
Yeah,
but
you can
try it at home.
But then we had to wait for like 3 or 4 days. You have to be careful because the ones that are out hunting or whatever will come back. Yeah. So they were around for a while, and then when they figure out that the hive is gone, they'll just disappear. So. But yeah, fuck that.
Didn't we have a house around here? What the fuck's going on? Why are there 10,000 of my friends dead on the ground over here?
They were everywhere. It was crazy.
Weird.
It was all over our yard. But anyways, any other MMA news?
Just Ronda Rousey, who's Alexis Davis, booked for UFC 175.
Yeah.
And I thought it's curious because people are talking about how thin the 145-pound women's division is. So the UFC can't bring in fucking the cyborgs and who's your favorite one? Marloes
Kunin.
Yeah.
She already fought Cyborg though and got
yeah, but I'm just saying there are a couple women and 145 is no thinner than 135. So I mean, what do you think is going to come out of this fight besides a fucking first round armbar?
I have not really done my analysis on this one yet, but my 8-ball says that or my left testicle is telling me it's Rousey via armbar early.
It's just...
I don't know. Alexis Davis is tough, but I just don't... I think they're having trouble finding opponents for Rousey.
That's why she's fighting like every month. Yeah. Fuck it, let's just churn them out before she leaves and becomes this movie superstar a la Gina Carano.
Too. I'm sure she's happy to fight.
Bring the cyborg in. There's also a rumor of the cyborg coming in to fight Kat Zingano.
I like that one.
And then having a match with Ronda Rousey by the end of the year.
They can't do a cyborg Rousey right away.
No, you gotta give you gotta give her one fight at 35. See how it works out.
Make it credible. Give her a chance to make the weight, and then let's do a title fight.
It's a tough cut. See how it works out.
Well, she's been slimming up. She said she's been using less weights. Less strength training, more cardio training.
She updated her Twitter profile picture.
Oh, yeah? More ass?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. He's happy.
You know I'm going to post it. I've got to make some sick notes here. Post ass shot. Cyborg. So hot. So hot.
On the show.
No, don't ruin my
We're going to have her on the show and make her sit on your lap the entire show.
That's fine.
What is your wife gonna say?
Nothing.
Who is this large,
That's a man.
extremely built woman over at my house?
She'll probably think it's a man. I don't know how she'll
my
prove
friend Bob.
either way.
She won't even know what you're saying. She doesn't speak English.
Yes, she does. She speaks perfect English.
Okay.
Perfect.
I mean,
What? Who's doing that to who,
I
though?
don't know. Somebody.
It's fucked up.
I see you have the slide up for Werdum versus.
Yes. I want to,
not
before
Werdum,
we
sorry.
get into that, I want to see this promo poster. Why is Big Nog 2 feet taller than Roy Nelson in it?
I think it's a perspective shot.
But it's not, like, you could have done this one where it's just guy versus guy, but they... And then there was another one where they're both at the same height.
Yeah.
They're trying to make Big Nog look like a god.
Correct.
Fortunately, it didn't work out like that. But
not.
before we get in that, I want to give you a couple of things, because I was watching this on the Fight Pass. It's from Abu Dhabi. And we're doing the intro, and they say, "Things are about to get heavy." And then they cut to Roy Nelson. Like, you fucking dickheads. So rude. It was so planned. And then they're in an outdoor arena, and Dan Hardy says the fucking mosquitoes are biting him like crazy. While they're ready to fight. So they got to deal with mosquitoes and the heat and other bullshit. And then the size of the security guards, they were so big, they made Big Country look small. And no bullshit. They had to be like 7 foot 12. That would be 8 foot in some circles, but in mine it's 7 foot 12.
Okay.
And what else? Oh, John Howard getting kneed in the balls hard, and he probably should have not continued to fight, but he's so much of a warrior, he decided to continue. And when Tim Kennedy was on, that was at the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani, he was talking about Michael Bisping being a dirty fighter, and I think he said something like when a person gets fouled during a fight, 75 to 80% of the time they end up losing that fight. And here's another example of that. Howard gets kneed in the balls, and he is not the same fighter after that fucking knee. No fucking way. And I'm saying fuck way too many times, so just deal with my fucking shit.
Fuck, fighty, fuck.
So, again, loses the fight, but should probably have a fucking rematch. Fuck you.
Okay.
Hey, what's
Fucking
going on? I'm going to try to stop that now. So, Big Nog versus Roy Nelson. What happened?
Well, I mean, did somebody watch the tape of Roy Nelson and teach Big Nog to keep his hand up? I mean, Roy Nelson is notorious for that overhand right that comes out of nowhere, when really it doesn't come out of nowhere because he's like kind of slow, and then he just, I mean, how do you not see that coming? It doesn't make any sense. Big Nog kind of came plodding along like, ooh, and he's throwing this shit, and every time he's throwing it, this hand is just dropping, and then I'm sure Big Country was like, okay, I see what's happening. I'm just waiting, and then bloop, lights out. It starched him with that thing.
And it was reminiscent of Rich Franklin versus Nate Quarry.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking knocked out. Oof.
So it's interesting to me because the UFC, you have a lot of fighters like, you know, Jake Shields just got cut recently. They cut John Fitch. Guys who are tough, very athletic, very skilled. And you got a guy like Roy Nelson, who I know Dana White says he doesn't like. But you know what? A Roy Nelson fight usually always ends in spectacular fashion. You know, and he brings it. So here's a guy who's got a lot of power in his hands. He's able to knock guys out. Maybe not the best athletically gifted, but he gets to stick around because he gets like top level competition. He'll lose a decision, and then he fights like a Big Nog and finishes them.
Sure.
So I don't know. Unfortunately, I think the Big Nog era is over.
Well, I mean, a lot of people are saying he should retire. I'm in that camp. I mean, he's had a long, luxurious career. I mean, champion, Pride, UFC, nothing else to prove, but his manager says he wants another fight with Frank Mir.
Again?
Yes.
Didn't they do that 3 times
He wants to
already?
get one of his losses back. He needs to avenge the loss and go.
I don't know. I don't want to see that. It just doesn't make
go
sense
away.
to me. I don't know. Why?
Exactly. He should do it like zombie style and just Let me bang, bro.
Well, obviously he doesn't have the chin anymore. He's been in too many wars. I mean, the guy's. I think he peaked in the Pride era.
Yes, he said it himself. He
Did
did.
he?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
I mean, so he kind of like, it's been downhill since then, and there's nothing wrong with saying, it's time. I mean, do
37.
Do something else. I mean, before you don't have options to do anything else.
Yeah, you don't want to come out punch drunk, and you're on that path right now.
Yeah, getting KO'd. He's been knocked out, 3 times in the last couple of years?
Well, armbarred by Verdum.
Oh, that's right. I thought Verdum was a knockout. I forgot about that.
Yeah. And then Mir got one of the knockouts in the last few years.
And Mir fucked those.
And Jesus Christ, yeah. Whatever damage he did to the shoulder, arm areas. Yep. So, next for Big Nog, retire, please.
Please retire.
And saying that respectfully. And then next for Roy Nelson, Mark Hunt. But I think Mark Hunt is supposed to fight Brendan Schaub or something. They've been having this Twitter war.
Back and forth, yeah.
And Schaub just wants to take him down and try to hold him down.
Hunt said something about sitting on his lips or something.
Yeah, I'll knock you out.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
They lost me on that one.
He wants to toss a salad.
It's all good.
Yes. Moving right along. We get this party started.
Yes. We have UFC on Fox. Werdum versus Browne, brought to you by DefenseSoap.com. Where offense wins matches, defense keeps you on the mat, sir. Use our code MMANUTS and you can save 15% off your order.
That's 5 for 10.
Stay clean.
15.
Stay clean, bitches. Especially,
stay in class.
I was just reading something.
What?
Because of the way the winter was this year, the allergy season is supposed to be particularly horrible because now it doesn't ramp up. It just kind of goes full bore. It's gonna go bananas right now. And allergy, apparently, the pollen, if you're allergic to it, it sticks to your skin and it creates like a film on you or something.
Like jizz.
Like jizz, right?
Thank
you. I was gonna say that. Like what is that called? Bukkake.
I don't know what that is, but yes. Sounds fun.
Yes.
Shiza.
So you're supposed to wash and shower before you go to bed because obviously while you're sleeping you don't want these allergens on your skin. Defense soap, being all natural and good for your skin, won't dry out your skin. And I'm still a big fan. I think the best product they make is still the bar of soap. It's amazing. And I would highly recommend it. And you should, buy that shit up and use 15% off code MMANUTS.
That's right.
You'd be nice and clean and allergy free. So
it's all about.
That being said, let's get into it. April 19th, 2014 at the Amway Center in Orlando, Florida. UFC on Fox 11 is happening. Headlined by Fabricio Werdum versus Travis Browne.
I gotta make a note here. Mental note. All right. You ready? Great. I just see a white sheet over here. He's like, everything just went black or white.
I'm good.
All right, we got Donald.
Cowboy!
Cerrone, he's 22-6 with 1 no contest versus Edson.
Junior?
Barboza, he's 13-1. Cerrone, 3 wins by KO, 14 by sub, take that. Barboza, 9 wins by KO, 1 by submission. What do you see going on here?
I'm torn, man. Yeah, I like both guys a lot. I think they're very similar in style-wise. I know Cerrone is. I was looking at his dude. This guy fights every 3 months. It's literally.
It's
crazy.
He's a very adventurous fella, so he needs to make the money to pay the bills.
He's like a working man's fighter, like fighting in the top level organization. Literally every 3 months he fights. It's like fight. He probably takes a couple weeks off, goes crazy, then gets back into camp.
Yes.
It's nuts. And
I don't
know if it's good or bad because I think there was a stretch there, and was it 2012 or 2013 where he had 4 or 5 fights in like a year and 2 months. It's just too much. So
he wants to have, I think, 13 in a year.
13 fights? That's crazy.
I think his goal was 6, but fuck it. You might as well double it and add 1.
He's smart.
Go for a baker's dozen while you're at it.
He gets paid when he fights. He understands how it works.
He's a champion.
And I'm sure Dana White loves this guy because he fights and he brings it and shit happens. But I'm feeling like the problem I see here is that both guys are very skilled in the stand-up. Cerrone definitely has an edge on the ground. I kind of feel like Barboza, I hope Cerrone doesn't come out like he did against Diaz because it's like when he fought Diaz, it was like he didn't have a game plan. He just kind of showed up and was like, let's see what happens.
He got suckered into the Diaz game.
And I feel like Barboza has the opportunity to do the same thing. And when that happens, I think that goes very badly for Cerrone. But I still think he's more skilled. He has better chance of ending it quickly. He's way better on the ground. I'm going to take Cerrone via second round submission in this thing, and I'm going to call for like a triangle type style. I think Barboza will definitely knock him down at some point and get a little overzealous, and Cerrone, being real crafty off his back, will probably lock in some sort of triangle. I mean, he's quick with that. He's like, boom, boom, boom. So I'm predicting Cerrone second round triangle. What say you, sir?
Well, Cerrone's a little bit streaky. And it seems like he goes on these a 2-loss or 2-win scenario, loss. 1 win, loss. I think he's sitting on 2 wins, so he's probably getting a little too cocky. I think he's trending for a loss in my book. And
Bukkake?
Sure, fuck it. Jizz everywhere. In the ears. Fucking, yes. So, Barboza will probably feed him a steady diet of leg kicks.
Okay.
And I think this fight's going to be reminiscent of the Anthony Pettis Donald Cerrone fight.
Ooh, I hope not.
Because it seems like,
not
that Barboza's as mix-it-upper kind of guy as Pettis is, but he, and the striking, I think he's got a advantage over Cerrone in the striking. Yeah, on the ground, Cerrone has the advantage, but I don't think he, unless he knocks Barboza down. And Barboza, the only time he had a problem was with Jamie Varner at one fight when he got KO'd. That's his only loss on his record. So you're looking at a guy 13-1 versus 22-6 and 1 no contest. So I'm leaning towards Barboza, and I don't want to say first round, but
don't say that.
Out of respect,
I love me some Cowboy, man.
Second round KO from a Barboza.
That fight in Chicago was hard to watch, of him getting just manhandled by Pettis.
Like, he did like that Showtime knee off the cage.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're going to block high? Well, I'm going to throw it here. Did he liver kick him on that one, too? Ooh.
I believe so, yeah. It was a liver kick. That's why I love Cowboy, man. He just, I mean, he's a fighter, and he doesn't bullshit. He's like, fuck.
He's a straight shooter.
You know, it's good. What's the 8-ball say?
Magic 8-ball is going to take Donald Cerrone.
Nice.
This next fight is brought to you by Onnit, Ingo.
Onnit.com. Use Onnit.com/MMANUTS. Save 10% off your order. They got a bunch of new shit in stock. You know, they got the kettlebells. They got the ropes. They got all the supplements. I mean,
they got your mom.
They got your mom sometimes. It seems like they're no longer just a supplement company, but they're like
it's a way of life.
Yeah, lifestyle company. I mean, if you're into weights, if you're into
gangbangs,
healthy living, I think they have. Don't they have something for like increasing your semen count? Or something?
Really?
I don't know.
I'd be into that.
I thought they did.
Because if you want to deliver a payload, it's called shock and awe.
Gallons of
shock and awe.
It's just gallons of a load.
It's called PN.
You lose 4 pounds every time.
PN 1000. The Peter North.
It's all good.
1000.
But go there, Onnit.com/MMANUTS. Save your 10%, and you know, try their shit. Their protein's delicious. It's expensive, but it's good. They have the new bars, the Warrior bars, animal bars.
Yeah, the Warrior
bars.
They're only like $5 a bar, but Jesus Christ, you're gonna get like 200 grams of protein. You might get 3 days worth of protein in a bar.
Price doesn't matter. There's no
they're
price
delicious.
you can pay on, you know, for your health.
That's a business expense, right?
Yes.
Snacks for the set.
Yes. Order it up. Just order it all up.
Start ordering. Got a new plan.
Just start ordering things.
I think it's a good life plan.
It's all good.
Okay. Remind me, because
yes.
I gotta email that to myself. As we're moving right along here, did I switch slides yet?
Yes, you did.
Awesome.
Now he's texting.
I'm trying to
sending me dirty emails.
Yes.
Pictures of his penis.
Ingo. I'll just say Warrior. Warrior.
I ordered the Tonka bars off of Amazon, but they're tiny. They're good snacks.
No,
man.
you need to fucking.
I always
Warrior.
have one in my pocket. It's like a running joke. Other people are like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know. I got a snack."
Well, that was what I was laughing my ass off when we got the samples sent to us from Anna of the Warrior Bars. Like, hey, check out this new product before it goes live. Oh, these are awesome. He pulls it out. He's like, hey, I already got one of these. Like, what the fuck?
But mine's half size. The Warrior Bars is double.
Yeah, you had like the little mini trick or treat.
It's like an 80-calorie version. Theirs is like 160.
Yeah. Size. It's a man size.
Whatever. I don't know.
It's all good. All right, we got Miesha.
Cupcake.
Tate, she is 13-5 versus Liz.
Girlrilla.
Carmouche, she is 9-4. Tate, 3 wins by KO, 6 wins by submission. Carmouche, 6 wins by KO, 2 wins by submission. Here you go. What do you see going on here? I'm going to do that to you all night, by the way.
I like it. Listen,
it's all good.
I'm going to say right now, I believe this is going to be candidate for Female Fight of the Year.
Ooh, I think do we have a different category for that?
I don't know if they have one or not. I mean, because I think the divisions are too light right now to really mix them in with the guys. But I think this particular fight, given both women's cardio, given both women's wrestling background and strength, I think Miesha Tate doesn't fuck around. She's not a timid fighter by any chance, and Carmouche isn't either. I think this is going to be exciting. I'm predicting this goes 3 rounds. I think the big thing you got to keep in mind is that Tate doesn't back down. She likes to be in your face, and I think that may be detrimental to her in this fight because Carmouche is a big time wrestler as well, and she's very strong. I think she's one of the strongest women at this weight division, even stronger than Rousey. If you remember, she had Rousey's back for a little while.
She was neck cranking.
Oh yeah, I mean she is tough as shit, and you know I feel like Miesha's pressure is what's going to hurt her in this fight because when you try to come forward too much, a wrestler is able to use that against you and put you on your back. And Carmouche is a big ground and pound kind of guy. You know,
what?
Girl, sorry,
oh,
sorry.
Was that some kind of like sexist comment because she's a lesbian?
It doesn't matter. I don't know if she pitches or catches or whatever she does, but
hey, it's all good.
Girl likes to be on top in a cage. That's all I know.
So that's what it's all about.
Yes, she likes to.
And knowing is half the battle.
That's right. She likes to throw the ground and pound. I think this is going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot of action.
Like
There's going to be blood. There's
blood.
They're going to be all over the cage. It's going to be up and down. It's going to be back and forth. Tate's going to threaten with some jiu-jitsu. Carmouche is going to be. How's that beer?
It smells delicious.
Okay. But I'm predicting a split decision, Liz Carmouche, in a very close fight. Nice shot. And unfortunately, Miesha Tate's going to drop this one. I don't know. I just don't. It's tough. I think Carmouche is really. She's fucking beast mode strength. I mean, she's really strong.
She could be Uriah Faber for all I know.
She could. It might be Uriah Faber. Wouldn't that be something fucked up? She's like, by the way.
You ever see those two in the same place at the same time?
No.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
They're separated at birth.
Well, Tate has lost 3 of her last 4, and she seems to throw the game plan out the fucking window once she gets punched. When you look at when she fought Rousey, she should have kept distance, and that's what her game plan was. And what did she do? Let's keep closing the distance. Let's keep closing the distance. Judo throw, judo throw, judo throw.
George Gergel syndrome?
Sure. Yeah. Stand and beg. I'm a jiu-jitsu wizard, but let's stand and beg. I'll put on an exciting fight, and then I'm going to get cut. And then you look at Carmouche, and her was the last fight. I think she fought Davis.
Yeah.
And she got leg kicked to death in that fight.
Yeah.
But still tough as shit. Do you think we're going to see a gash open up in this fight?
Yes, but not that kind of gash.
Damn it. There you go.
I'm thinking it's going to be bloody. I think Miesha Tate's going to get bloodied up a lot. She's a bleeder.
Who else is a bleeder?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Someone else used to be a bleeder. I used to say that about some male fighter. I forgot.
Diaz?
No, I can't remember.
Gibson in every one of his movies? It's in his contract, you know.
What, he must bleed?
He has to bleed.
Nice.
Find me a Mel Gibson movie where
Scent of a Woman.
He's not in that movie. That's
no, what's the other retarded movie with him in it then? That's not. It's where you can hear what the women are thinking.
He bleeds in that movie too.
Fuck that guy then.
He bleeds. He's bleeding. He gets bloody.
What is that movie? I'll post it. Fuck it.
Something women. I know what you're talking about.
It's not Scent of a Woman. You're right.
No. Scent of a Woman is Andy Garcia.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know. Fucking. I saw that shit though. I know he can like. It's with somebody, some blonde chick.
No. Passion of Christ.
No, he believes in that for sure.
I never saw it, but I'm just gonna start throwing every logo.
It's
Braveheart. Yeah, I can't win. This guy's a motherfucker.
Trust me, it's in his contract. I know this for a fact. It's
someone research says
you cannot find me one movie that Mel Gibson's in that where he doesn't bleed.
You win a T-shirt. Done.
Yeah.
Done.
Where
Okay. Where are we at? Which fight? Oh, how did we get here? Oh, we're talking about bleeding. God damn it.
Where are we?
I need to stop before I say this next comment.
Stop what?
Tate, second round submission. Just gonna fucking stop before I say anything else. I gotta get out of this. Don't count on it. Magic 8 Ball is taking Carmouche.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Are you 100% sure?
What?
Are you 92.6% sure?
Sometimes. How can you trust something that bleeds once a month and doesn't die? Okay, next fight is brought to you by Bulletproof Coffee. You can save 5 off of 20 with code MMANUTS.
That's it.
All right, we got Fabricio.
Go Horse. Vai Cavalo, that's it.
Thank you.
That's it.
Werdum, he is 17-5-1 versus Travis. Browne, it sounds like a disease. He's 16-1-1. One of them, Werdum, I'm going to guess, he's got 5 wins by KO, 9 by submission, and Browne, 12 wins by KO, 2 by submission. What do you see going on?
You keep asking me.
I know.
Why am I going first?
Because
on all these.
That's how I'm playing it today. Because I'm drinking 3 different beers, so I might as well throw it over to you.
All right. All right, this is interesting because here's 2 guys where I think the winner of this is going to be going for a title shot.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. The winner of this fight will be the heavyweight champion.
I agree. Either one of these guys can definitely beat Cain Velasquez. And, Browne has been just knocking fools out like crazy. He's been, he kind of just, he's been on a tear, man. The guy's very athletic. He's unorthodox. He's got the crazy, weird strikes. I mean, he's like the heavyweight Dominic Cruz at times. So much so that he blows out.
Shucking and jiving and blows out a hammy.
Yeah.
And then gets beat by the Bigfoot.
Yeah. And then you got Werdum, who has slowly been building. I mean, from the guy that we saw at UFC, was it 90 or 92, where he got knocked out by Junior Dos Santos here in Chicago?
90.
Yeah.
That one's right there. Patrick Cote.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Silva.
He's really, he's submitted Fedor. He's done all kinds of shit. This guy's put together some shit. He struck with Overeem and looked good.
I don't know about that. He butt scooted 90% of that fight.
I know, but in the stand-up, he looked okay.
Yeah, but he wasn't committed to it and had to go to his ass. And
of course. Jiu-jitsu is.
And then he lost the fight by decision. I agree. He did do well in the stand-up. He should have committed to it.
He never did.
No,
but he should have. The problem I see is that the clinch is very dangerous for Werdum because Browne is so good.
Elbows.
Yes.
All day.
So as
all
long
night,
as he keeps the clinch vertical, I think he's okay. But if he tries to go for like a takedown, single leg, double leg, tries to lock up, he's in trouble. So I think he knows this. He's not going to fuck around. So he probably will try either pull guard or he'll stay in the Muay Thai type clinch, which Werdum is pretty skilled at. I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Son of a bitch.
I'll jump right in here.
Here.
Go.
Browne has not been taken down ever. I looked this up. He has not been taken down in the UFC. He's not been taken down. So my question is for a guy, now I'm back. For a guy like Werdum, who is so strong on the ground.
Good.
Okay. And he's having a hard time with that beer. It's terrible.
This is just shit. Hey, New Grist, go fuck yourself. This is the worst gluten-free beer ever.
Terrible.
That's a ringing endorsement.
Yes.
Sorry.
I wonder how Werdum gets us to the ground because he's not. If for a guy like Browne who's never been dragged or pulled or taken or pushed down to the ground.
I think that's blasphemous. I don't buy it. I don't believe it.
You don't think he's?
I think Travis Browne's been on the ground at least once.
I don't think he's been taken down, and I could be wrong. You're usually the stat man, but I tried to look this up, and I think he's not been taken down. But I still say that Werdum can do enough in the stand-up to frustrate Travis Browne. And if we get this into the second round, Browne, probably will slow down a bit and may make a mistake and try to play the, maybe he gets overconfident. Maybe he flash knocks Werdum down. And then we have a similar situation as in Fedor style. I still believe Werdum is probably next to Jacare.
Yeah.
Probably has the best jiu-jitsu in MMA right now. And that guy's not to be fucked with on the ground. He's extremely dangerous. I think Browne gets a little overzealous in the second round, and Werdum will finish via omoplata.
Okay.
Which is like the least likely
yeah.
submission ever. But I think if anyone can pull it off,
calf
it's
slicer. How about vaporizer? Werdum whips out a vaporizer.
Yeah, there you go.
Literally.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fucking balloon.
I see Werdum via submission second round. That's my prediction. What say you, sir?
Well, I want to look at the Werdum versus Big Nog fight, and Werdum was gassed out in the first round, unfortunately. 3 minutes in, gassed out. Overeem, gas tank. Travis Browne, he's coming off of wins over Barnett, Overeem, and Gonzaga. And in the Overeem fight, shows huge heart when he's getting getting a ton of body shots. Like body shot, and his body just gave out. And he's just weathering the storm, comes back and fucking push kick to the face on the Overeem, knocks him out. When I look at the heavyweight division, when you think of athleticism, to me, the guy that comes to mind when I say who's the most athletic heavyweight in the division, I gotta say is Travis Browne.
Oh, for sure.
And if you want to go like cardio for cardio, I'll go Travis Browne. And even like dynamic striking, I'll take Travis Browne over Werdum. Granted, yes, if Werdum gets him down, he's going to have a huge advantage on the ground. I don't see it going there. I see a stand-up, little extravaganza, and I take Browne with the first round KO.
Smart man's pick, definitely.
I'm growing a Travis Browne beard.
Oh yeah.
Deal with it.
Yeah, I gotta shave mine off tomorrow before I go to work.
Yeah, you can't be scruffy, huh?
It's too late. I like it though. It feels good.
Fuck it, just let it go.
Let it keep
Fuck
going.
everybody. What are they gonna do?
I don't know.
Better not tell you now. This show is getting sloppy, by the way. Outlook not good. Travis Browne.
I haven't been drinking. The only time I drink is when I come here, and
I know.
I start drinking this high alcohol beer, and I get a little tipsy.
Me too. I'm resorting to the new grist. That's when I've hit the bottom of the barrel.
It's all good. And you actually drank more than normal.
I know. And I didn't eat dinner yet again.
Yes.
So it always works out very well for me. Ask the Nuts. Cue the theme music.
Da, 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 da.
Thank you. Ahmad Lawton. Who would you rather see? John Jones versus Gus or Jones versus DC if he gets by Glover?
Gus.
Javier Mendoza. When Bones moves up in weight, should he get an immediate title shot?
Yes.
Wes Gillum. Who do you see as the next 10 retired legends? And he says Couture, Hoy, Shamrock, Hughes, Fedor, Liddell, etc. 20 years from now, Ingo.
What kind of fucking question is that? I don't know.
Well, 20 years from now is fucked up because these guys aren't even in the UFC yet. If they're gonna
20 years from now.
No one lasts 20 years.
GSP,
GSP Jr.
GSP Jr.
He's gonna be a fucking retired
GSP
legend.
Jr.'s
I don't
son.
know if you can. Well, when you're dumping loads of semen in another man's asshole, does that get that man pregnant?
I believe that's called the dark place.
Oh, then you get a GSP Jr. born out of hate.
Yes.
But fights out of
Strange
love.
question, sir. No T-shirt for you.
Yeah, moving right along. Wes Gillum. Fuck you. Sorry. Second question. You may redeem yourself. We'll see. Do you see a fighters union in the next 5 years?
I do.
Really?
Yes, I do.
Where?
I think we're on
in
the
UFC.
I do, and I think it's
How so?
I think because you have a lot of these veteran guys who've been around a while that are near retirement or about to retire, and I think they will push very hard to make that happen. I think a guy like Rich Franklin would be perfect to head that up.
Sure.
Or Nate Corey, who's been,
zombie comic
Well,
books.
he's been jarring, back and forth. He's made some comments here, off the cuff comments in the last month or so. I think they need it. I think there needs to be somebody looking out for the best interests of the fighters, other than Dana White.
Well, I think it's a good idea. I don't think it'll ever happen because look at the Fertitta brothers. They own Station Casinos, and I want to say it's one of the only casinos that has been able to keep the unions out, and that's why the unions keep fighting them. So I think with whatever they've done on the casino side, they'll be able to keep that on the UFC/Zuffa side. So
maybe.
I mean, I think it's a good idea. They really need to have it because you're right. No one looks out for the fighters right now except for the fighters and their management, and they need almost like a third party to keep everybody in check.
Well, I question if their management looks out for because the management gets paid when the fighter gets paid. They have a vested interest in the fighter continuing the fight. You need somebody who has no interest in the fighters financially to continue to do what they're doing. So a union would be perfect.
You need Ron Jeremy.
Yes.
He will head that shit up.
He will.
The hedgehog will take care of business.
Nice.
If that makes any sense. Great. Sean Hensley, who is the most overhyped fighter of all time?
Overhyped fighter of all time?
Yeah. Fedor.
No.
Fedor.
Not Fedor. Overhyped?
Should I just keep naming all the great fighters? A Bassrutin.
Oh, no. Blasphemy.
Chuck Liddell.
What?
BJ Penn.
Overhyped fighter.
Michael Bisping. Do I need to keep naming all the grades?
I'll buy Michael Bisping. He's not that hyped, though. I don't know.
Well, I think the current one is probably Conor McGregor. They're hyping the fuck out of the guy. And
I mean, Fedor is actually, as much as I don't want to agree with you, is actually probably one of the best examples of an overhyped fighter because he fought so much in pride, but he never came over to fight the best in the U.S. So you never really know. You don't know what the fuck was going to happen if Fedor and Brock fought when both were healthy.
Brock Lesnar would have kicked his ass 9 times out of 10.
You think that, but you don't know for sure.
I know that.
No
if Dan Henderson beat him.
Oh, what's that?
Brock Lesnar.
You don't know, so it's like
I know.
You wish. I think there was a lot of hype, and unfortunately, he got beat in the tail end of his career. Actually, here twice, right? Almost, So in Chicago,
yes,
I think Fedor is probably the best example.
Yes. No, I don't know.
Maybe.
Jonathan McFarland. Is it time for Big Nog to retire? Yes.
Yeah.
Chio Originales. Will MMA get a raise in pay? Manny just made $20 million in boxing. MMA much more exciting.
Unfortunately, no, because boxing still been around forever, and people who understand boxing don't understand MMA, and the eyes are not there. It's ridiculous how much on my Facebook fucking boxing was trending this weekend.
Really?
It's crazy. I'm like, people I don't even know who like combat sports are talking about the fights this weekend. And I'm like, wow, that's so crazy because I never thought like these people cared about combat sports, yet they're making posts about the boxing. And I just don't think right now MMA is as accepted as boxing, and I think you can't get those paydays.
It's too young.
You can't get them. You can't get them. Because you're not getting like $79.95 a pay-per-view and having like fucking 2 million people tune in to watch Manny Pacquiao fight whoever. It's just not going to happen. It isn't. It almost happened at UFC 100. I mean, if that was like
it's like 1 million. I think it's also the Brock Lesnar factor.
Yeah.
Bringing over 1 million buys and like, I just don't think you're going to see it. You're not going to see it.
You can't. It's just not. They're not well known enough. Lesnar from his wrestling. You need it's almost like you need a guy like The Rock or somebody like that.
You need a freak.
You need somebody crazy to come over and just bring all this fan base with them,
Yes.
So, we'll see. I don't know.
Justin Dr. Brown Carter. What is the most gangster knockout of all time? And he says, mine is when Hendo hit Bisping with the cock of the universe. Yeah. I have to agree. That was the most satisfying in my world.
I still think, it's funny.
Or
you mentioned it.
Go ahead.
I want to say Hendo versus Fedor is gangster. Remember that? He had, I mean, just fucking bang, bang,
It was
bang.
like those uppercuts under.
Henderson, that's why you gotta love that guy, because he's been on the, you know, giving end of quite a few.
Yeah, I want to think of all the people. Well, even the last Shogun fight. You know, where'd that one come from? Right out of his ass? Like, who has pulled off the most gangster KOs of all time? Probably Dan Henderson.
Yeah, that's why people love him. But now he's off to TRT. We'll see how that goes for him.
Justin's got about 8 questions, so here's the next. Who is your greatest pound-for-pound fighter of all time?
Go ahead.
Bass Rutten.
BJ Penn.
What guard will Brendan Schaub pull after Mark Hunt knocks him out?
Ass up guard?
Yeah, what organization's posters do you enjoy more, Glory's or UFC? They both look the same to me.
Yeah.
I'll probably go Glory.
Pretty similar.
What would be more blasphemous, Ingo picking John Jones or Matt picking Bisbing?
Ooh, are they fighting on the same card?
That would be even better. I picked Bisbing a couple times, I think.
You did.
And I probably picked him wrong because he's a fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Fuck John Jones.
And last question from Justin. If you guys had Frank Mir about to snap your limbs a la Nogueira, what would you yell out to save yourself before he snaps your shit? And he says he would yell, "Holy shit, look out, it's Carwin." I feel like I've answered this question before.
It seems strangely familiar.
I feel like I've answered it. I would tell him his wife's pussy tastes like pirate.
You might snap your whatever.
It's going to get broken anyway, so you might as well go out with a bang. No.
That's funny you say that, because I would say, like, how's your wife and my kids?
Hey, that's like Major League style. Right?
Oh, is that where that's from?
I think so.
Okay.
Hey, how's your wife and my kids?
Okay. Nice. Always got to attack the wife.
You goddamn right.
Key.
Like, you motherfucker. Either that or the dead grandma.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll skull fuck that bitch. Knowledge. Did you see this story? They said vaginas and noses can be grown from cells, like stem cells.
I was reading something about they transplanted vaginas, like several.
Yeah, like some people have problems or shit's not born with a vagina, and now they're making vaginas. It's just a weird combination. Why vaginas and noses? Is that something I should be exploring? I haven't explored, like, you think of orifices you want to penetrate, and
the nose is not one
the nose, the next ass.
I don't know. That's craziness.
Just trying to take it to another level. Next level, and go.
Okay.
Some like bulletproof coffee.
Who won the shirt, by the way?
I don't know if anybody did. I don't think there was anything quality, was there?
I didn't like any of the questions. Like,
no shirt this week, Eagle.
Sorry.
Blame it on Michael Bisbing. Michael Bisbing says no T-shirt. Sorry, fans. It's got to be quality.
Next week.
Yes. I like that. It's our show. We do what we want.
Yes.
If you cry loud
For
enough.
next week, I think
What?
we should have an Easter egg hunt. We should hide multiple eggs on the show and have people, or we could do a jar of something.
Yes. Coffee beans. Coffee beans. You guess the amount, because you know what's going to happen? We have a bulletproof coffee sponsor, and they are going to send out a bulletproof coffee prize pack to one of the winners. And maybe what we can do is have a jar full of bulletproof coffee beans, and whoever gets the closest guess to the amount of beans that are in that jar is going to fucking win the prize pack and the MMA Nuts t-shirt.
I like it. Let's do that next week.
Yeah, I'm not going to count them, but I'm going to put them in a jar,
All right.
and then I'm going to randomly pick a winner.
Okay.
No, I'll count them.
Okay. We should count.
We got it all good. That's
a
it.
1, a 2, a 3.
300.
How many licks does it take to get to the
I'll count them. I got daughters. They got time.
Please count these beans. Daddy, I'm on 2,000. Keep going.
Yes.
That's a lot of beans.
Good. We got a game plan.
All
That's
right.
it. Shut down. I got pissed. Game of Thrones season 2. First one was fucking awesome. Hopefully they don't let us down tonight.
That has been this week's edition of MMA Nuts. My name is Ingo Weigel.
Megadeth.
See you next time.
Thanks for playing.